Because Incredibles 2...
Dylan, you're breaking my heart right now.
It would have been amazing to have an Incredibles 2.
I know.
But Cars really...
Howdy, hello everyone. Welcome to another episode of Rapscallions Report. I'm Andy, Eric, Tyler. I'm all three. We have websites. We have phone number. Call us and ask us questions, leave us messages, give us show topics. We can farm out ideas from you, the viewer, and not give you credit. Today's topic, DreamWorks versus Pixar. Which studio has better films, which has worse films, who cares? Let's see. Good example of DreamWorks film, good example of Pixar film. Pixar made Toy Story, DreamWorks made Shrek. Right away, do you guys see any major differences between, just for example, those two films?
Well, to be honest, I always thought they worked together. And it's just, I don't know, it's one of those things I never really paid attention to. But, they have very similar style, and I don't know, it just really depends on your personal taste, I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree.
I completely disagree, but go on.
Well,
I'll
shut
say
your trap, host.
Alright.
Knife hands.
Knife hand? I accept your knife hand.
I've always known that there existed a dichotomy between the two studios, but I've never personally been able to notice it much, other than maybe Toy Story is more of a broad audience in that they're for younger kids, but the adults will have like little things they can relate to, whereas DreamWorks seems more right smack dab in the middle where there's less depth, but it's more of a teen kind of anybody audience.
That's partially what I was going to get, is that DreamWorks tries to sneak in more adult humor. They try to make theirs slightly more edgy, I guess. Pixar tends to have more of an emotional core to it. The joke is whenever Pixar comes out with a new movie, every adult that sees it will cry. DreamWorks movies don't normally have that kind of impact. I would say the animation style is a bit different. Shrek is a bit more photorealistic. Toy Story is more exaggerated, cartoon-like. But I'd say a lot of that carries over with a lot of the films in the studio. The biggest similarity being the DreamWorks, again, they try and push it a little bit more. Whereas with Pixar, it's much more subtle and, again, broader audience kind of things.
Well, yeah,
that's what I would say.
Because didn't DreamWorks do Antz and Pixar do Bug's Tale?
Yes, A Bug's Life.
Bug's Life, whatever. Yeah. That's a perfect example right
there. That is, yeah.
Photorealistic versus cartoony and edgy versus fun.
Yeah. Although it's funny, A Bug's Life did have the ladybug, and a lot of parents groups were kind of up in arms about that. They're like, oh, they're promoting transsexuals in a kids movie. And
yeah, because it was a male character.
Yeah, it was a male bug, and it was a ladybug, and that was the joke. You know, and they were like, whatever.
Well, having a 2-year-old, I see a lot of these movies constantly, and I've seen a lot of inconsistencies throughout the Shrek movies and through the Toy Story movies, which maybe one of these days I'll do my own personal video and upload it. But there's a lot of like plot holes and like character changes. Like in Shrek 1, you have a list of characters. Shrek 2, 3, and 4, you have the same characters.
They didn't make it 4th, and I totally forgot.
They did. And there's certain things like you know, the character, like they have Rumpelstiltskin in the 4th one. He's the main villain. Well, he's also in the 3rd one as a small he has like one line. He looks completely different. Same goes with Toy Story. If you look at the Toy Story, the 3rd one, the mom looks totally different.
Has she not aged though?
No, I mean they have like it starts out, she's recording her son when he's a little kid. Yeah. Because in the 3rd one he's going to college. Yeah. And it shows a clip of the mom, and she looks totally different than she does in the 1st and 2nd one. Which, if she's recording her, you know, Andy as a kid, technically she should look the same as she did in the first 2.
I guess I didn't catch that.
It's just little things that I've noticed watching them over and over. You know that. So both of them kind of have that flaw where they have minor inconsistencies, but again, they're kids' films. Kids don't know that stuff.
Still, I will say that's one thing. Again, a major difference between DreamWorks and Pixar. They seem to have a different philosophy in films. That DreamWorks tends to pump out a lot more films. Like if you look them up on IMDb, DreamWorks has a significantly longer list of films, more sequels, more that kind of thing. Pixar has fewer films, but they're better rated by reviewers. If you go on Rotten Tomatoes, for example, and look up all the Pixar films, you'll find a better average score than all the DreamWorks films. With your DreamWorks, you have stuff like Shrek 3 and 4, for example, and you have like little Shrek side movies, which Pixar kind of does to a degree, but not quite as much.
Pixar does more of like DVD specials.
Yeah.
Like with
well,
Up,
I mean,
the movie Up,
mhm.
they have that little, on the DVD of the dog, the little side story.
Oh yeah.
The Dog's Adventure or whatever.
Yeah. But I mean, it's even then they tend to be. What I mean to say is that they tend to be. I don't know how to put it. Like they put more
Quantity
into
over
it.
quality, quality over quantity.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah.
And Pixar will have, except in the case of Cars, which I can't even count as a Pixar movie, they tend to have a lot less sequels. I believe the Toy Story is the only other one besides Cars that they've actually had direct sequels.
And honestly,
You know.
with the sequel to Cars, in your opinion, should they stuck with Cars, or they should have just said screw it, we're doing Incredibles 2? Because Incredibles 2...
Don't, you're breaking my heart right now.
It would have been amazing to have an Incredibles 2.
I know.
But
No,
Cars
I'm saying.
really...
Of course, Incredibles, that was a... It wouldn't have been the same without Brad Bird. Brad Bird did The Incredibles, The Iron Giant, and he directed the latest Mission Impossible. Did that come out yet or not? It was his first live-action directing thing. He directed and I think wrote the other two, Incredibles and Iron Giant. Yeah. Very, very talented guy. No, he left Pixar for whatever reason.
Okay.
From what I understand. I could be totally wrong, but I'm pretty sure he left Pixar. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, talented dude. But he was the driving force behind The Incredibles. Very much so.
So I heard these new studios are coming out with new movies.
Oh yeah. We've got Brave from Pixar, and for DreamWorks we've probably got like 5 different films. Seriously, there's at least 2 that I can think of now off the top of my head. There's new Madagascar, and there's that, there's yet another one. And there's that one with the Christmas, there's like Santa Claus, Rise of the Guardians, which, but of those 2, my money would be on the Pixar film to be a better one, just because of their track record. Discuss. In like a minute.
When I first seen the trailer for Brave, like the teaser,
Yeah.
where it just shows her running through the woods, she pulls out the bow, the bear, that to me was like extremely epic.
Mm.
Because I know Pixar, I know their quality of work,
Mm.
and I've always been a sucker for medieval Irish Celtic fantasies.
Mm.
So knowing Pixar's making was it Irish, Scottish? I'm not sure really, but they're making a medieval fantasy. I think it's gonna be awesome.
Mm.
The
Rise
DreamWorks,
Okay.
the Santa and Elf, or
Yeah.
Easter and all that. I think it's funny because right away I see, as me, I see the nerdy, like the dwarf warrior and the elf rogue and all that. So I think they're both going to be good, but I would put my vote for Brave.
Alright. Eric, you got like 30 seconds.
Well, I don't see much merit in either of them. Rise of the Guardians looked just another CG movie, and Brave looked stupid. It's a girl with a bow and a bear. What's epic about
Hey,
that?
Princess Mononoke had a girl with a bow.
The same thing. That was, it's...
Did you not like Princess Mononoke?
Eh.
Really? Oh.
I haven't seen it.
That's it. That's all I gotta say to it. There's nothing great about it. It's just a movie.
Alright, that speaks for itself, I
movie.
guess.
That's it.
Alright.
It's not gonna be spectacular. That's it.
That's your
Have you seen the clip where the 3 guys are trying to win the chick's heart in Brave? The trailer that
No,
they did.
I haven't seen that clip.
Yeah, I'll put a link to it in the video.
Yeah, let's do that.
It's very
Brave,
entertaining.
I think looks very good. And the one with the Guardians, maybe. Who was it? Someone was working on it that I trusted. The guy who did Hellboy. He was working on it. I saw that in the credits. But at the same time, he also did Hellboy 2 all by himself, and I was not a fan of that in the least.
Really?
Yeah, I really didn't like it. Did you see that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't.
I don't think
It's.
about
I don't know. There's something too goofy about it. And yes, Hellboy is inherently kind of goofy, but not like that goofy. Not that consistently goofy, I should say. Like, it was always dark with kind of goofy bits, but never like all goofy all the time. All right, that's it. That's it for us for time. That was Rapscallions Report. Do stuff with us on the internet. Later.